Hey guys, and welcome to another brand new video. In this video, we're going to do something we haven't done in actually quite some time on the channel itself, and for this, we're going to be talking a little bit more about the kind of somewhat intriguing state of the PlayStation 5 third-party sellers. This is in regards more on the scalpers, mostly the time botters, and as well kind of seeing the fact that there actually has been a little bit of an uptick. Interestingly enough, when it comes to prices. Now, I really wasn't expecting this too much, but because we've actually had like a pretty good amount of stock and a pretty good amount of restocks. So it does actually kind of seem like the price, once again, for some odd reason still, and I don't know how it's still not just falling after all this time, we are still having issues with it. And we're still having actually another price increase. Although thankfully not as big as we'd be expecting, but it does kind of maintain and say that a lot of these scalpers are still going to be floating around and trying to get it and sell as much stock as they possibly can. So we had a lot of news to talk about, a lot of things to go talk about, so make sure let's go and talk about it. As well, if any of you guys are brand new, make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on as well for the brand new PlayStation 5 giveaway. The Amazon links down below for all the signups, and especially keep on recommending a lot for the Howl links as well down below, so check these on out. We have the Samsung signups over here, so we have these. Check them out down below with the Twitter and Twitch. Follow those on up, but we have these. We get a bunch of free money if you guys sign up and do the pre-order for the Samsung credit to use for the pre-order window itself until August 10th. No sign-up needed, besides the actual sign-up. It's like no money commitment, no full-on commitment, nothing else. You can just cancel whenever, it doesn't matter. So I'll give you guys the reservation links down below because it is a pretty good deal, and we have been mentioning this a lot all throughout our videos. So if any of you guys have checked it out, thank you. If you guys want to creep on it, thank you, and as well, it's just kind of a good deal, so I keep on mentioning for you guys. But what a good deal is not really is under the fact that all of these consoles still are absolutely just crazy to me. They're absolutely crazy to me. So one of the really big things over here is, if you guys don't know, you can usually use a lot of these like third-party websites still to kind of have the rough vibe of how is it going. So before we fully dive into these PlayStation 5s, this is what we want to see. Now, as you guys know, the Xbox has been relatively easy to find, relatively easy to get. We've been watching it for a while. Like, I think a lot of us can probably collectively agree pretty safely, okay, the Xbox isn't that hard to get. Like, if you really want to get it, you see a drop, you can probably go get it within, I'd probably say, just a few hours. Like, maybe not a few hours, but like maybe a few days. It's like not a struggle. It's passive. Maybe just go and just wait for the next big drop. You're like, all right, I got like 2-3 days to make sure I get this and anything else. And this is kind of why the accessibility makes sense. Like, pretty much right after last Black Friday, it pretty much went down to the ground, and then it basically just kept on going lower and lower and lower and lower and lower. So right now, as of right now, you guys can see the last few weeks, $518. Maybe like a few little hiccups like we see over here is at $524, but like even some sellers, it's like, hey, sell for $468 or ask for more. You can buy one literally right now for $524. Last sale, $524. So you can kind of go and tell for this one, even based on the 518 number we have right here, like, it's pretty much done. So at this point, if you guys buy a $500 Xbox and you're paying, let's say, $550, $560, depending on your state for tax, you're losing money. If you're a botter, buying out 100 consoles at once, you're going to stores, scalping, you're checking Best Buy every day for Xboxes, you're going to lose money because there isn't that many folks out there on eBay, and it's finally getting to the point where it's just good. It's just good price, and this is what we wish the PlayStation 5 would be at. Right now, it does seem like the Xbox, like I said, is more like what we're kind of used to for years used games. Your buddy has an Xbox, and he'll be like, hey, I didn't like it. I'll sell it to you for $450, $440, I'll give you a deal. It still works good. Just open, maybe play a little bit. And some people will be like, yeah, sure, why not, buddy? Sure, I'm saving a little bit of money, whatever. And that's how I feel like used games and used game consoles should be at this point. And this is where we wish we'd be at, but it still kind of seems like we're awkwardly still somehow like around here for the PlayStation 5. So I'm going to first of all go into this one, but the more kind of crazy thing is this. So wait for that in a moment. But like, if you look at this, for the normal PlayStation 5 Horizon bundle, which we've been seeing a lot of. We've been seeing this popping up at Best Buy in stores. We've been seeing at GameStop bundles, Amazon links, PS4X, like whatever it may be. We have been seeing a lot of them floating around, which is nice. We love seeing this. But right now, the last sale is $651. Compared to the Xbox, not even close, baby. So it's a bit of a weird one because this is a $550 base, plus tax, probably like $580. $570, $590, depending. So there is still profit here for third-party sellers or even botters. Like, they're still making, over like probably like 60, 70, 80 bucks maybe slightly more if like you get a good sale. Maybe if you hook someone up for $700, $675, like I'm sure it's out there. Like sometimes StockX actually might be lower compared to like, eBay or compared to Facebook Marketplace or, Craigslist, whatever it may be. So there is still a profit here, but it's been funny because it's kind of been bumping up a little baby bit. It's been pretty on the average. It probably just depends on the week by week. Or let's say there's like a huge PS Direct drop week throughout the week. That'll be like bump it down another $20. But the demand is still insane for these PlayStations. I don't get it. It's nuts. Even after all this time, maybe God of War might also be a nice warrant of why it's actually gone back up as well. But as we're looking through this, it's so stable. It's like 652, 647, 647, 649. It's like within like a $1 to $2 ratio. But if you guys even look at the Lime, besides when it first came out, which I don't know, why is someone buying this for $730 around then? Because literally one day later, the next sales were $100 less. But it's pretty average so far. But the one kind of crazy thing, as I mentioned, is this. This is the normal, and we made a video on this maybe a few months back, the normal PlayStation 5 Bluray edition. This is for the US plug. And you guys, your eyes aren't deceiving y'all. This is the normal disc edition with nothing else. The last sale was at $653. Look at this. This is literally the same console, by the way. Like, this is not like anything else. This is literally the same console, just this does not include the Horizon Digital Download, which is still like $40-$50, maybe even $60, depending. This one does, and for some, like, this doesn't make sense to me. This is why I was telling you guys just not to buy from Scalpers or botters or whatever. Number one, we've been seeing such a huge influx of stock. Like, Best Buy especially had a lot of walk-ins, probably still will be having walk-ins going on today. And as well, PS Directs. And whenever the next Walmart restock happens too, that thing is going to be churning. That thing's going to be rolling. And that's why a lot of the times I tell you guys, go and get the good deals as you get them. Say like Walmart Plus, Amazon, or even with a nice little howl link down below. But it is crazy because, like I said, this is better. Literally, these are the same two exact things. Just this, you get a free game. And for some odd reason, the last sale was at $651, while this one is still $2 more. It doesn't make sense to me. It really, really doesn't make sense to me at all. And the kind of big topic on this, too, is besides on how I really don't get this. Like, first of all, don't buy from these people. You're going to be wasting money. But part two is like, dude, get like, if you're going to do it, go buy this one. You get more stuff. But we've also been seeing like a little baby bit of an uptick, which is kind of surprising to me because I just haven't really seen it almost ever break that $600 barrier, like ever since they came out. And I kind of feel like once that does, the restocks are going to be pretty much done, at least in my opinion. But even right now, in some of the lowest, most recent point was only $632. And I'm not sure exactly what we need. Maybe just a lot more PS Directs, maybe a lot more Walmart Plus drops. But it does kind of seem like although it's only a tiny bump, it's not the biggest bump, like nothing you should worry about or be like, oh my god, I should buy my console before it goes higher. I mean, it's like $20. But at the same time, too, we can see the consistency over here where it is kind of maintaining for these past few months, especially, which is kind of, once again, surprising to me. So at the end of the day, it does kind of seem like the PlayStation 5 scalping side is still not fully fixed. It does seem like they are still churning profit. And it does seem like although PlayStation has been churning out stock, it's still not fully fixed and still might take a few more months. Like every single time we see one of these huge pivots right here, like from $690 to like $622, pretty big $70 drop, I'm like, oh my god, we might finally be done. And it bounces right back. Or the same thing over here, like $700 to $667, oh my god, it might keep on falling on down. Because that is kind of a big drop if you look at this. Nope, bounces right back on up. So for me, I like who's been, I like doing the other videos more at this point. I like this video is more fun to me than like doing like, hey guys, check Best Buy, Amazon today or whatever. But it's kind of crazy just to see on how bad and how it's still been elongated after all this time. It is very surprising. So kind of give me your thoughts and comments down below. I still think that long-term trajectory is going down, which is nice. But man, I can't believe after all this time in 2020, it's still going. It's nuts. So let me know your thoughts. Let me know your comments. If you guys are ever gonna buy this. Get the extra game for saving $2 too. Keep on checking out the Howl links down below for the really cool Samsung offers as well, so you guys get that bunch of free money and free stock and all of that. And as well, use the link down below. No obligation needed. We have the Twitter and Twitch stream down below. We got the Weeble Coinbase down below. We got the Target links down below. We got everything as well all down below. And I appreciate y'all so much for watching in the first place. Y'all beautiful, y'all cute. And Twitter and Twitch stream, like the video, subscribe with the notifications on for that PS5 giveaway. Of a bunch of videos all throughout this weekend too as well.